Hey everyone, it's Brenda, and I wanted to start off by saying that I've been trying to film for forever, but life happened, my camera wasn't working, my computer had some problems at one point, and I say all that to say that I really wanted to film. Wow, my lighting is all jacked up. I really wanted to film during my whole transitioning process. If you ever came across one of my last videos or want to go back and watch my last videos, I mentioned that I wanted to do like a long stretch and I didn't know if I was going to transition, but I kind of started to. Um, yeah, I did it, obviously. And as you can see, I am officially natural. I did my whole big chop February 5th, 2015. And I transitioned for almost a year, so it was like exactly 11 months basically. And yeah, so I did all that. I transitioned and I wanted to talk about it today. So I wanted to start off by giving a little history about my hair, I guess, or background. I'm trying to fix this lighting. I look really dark. But so background on my hair. I got my first relaxer when I was 9. Before that, I don't really know if I had like curly hair or anything like that, so I can't really tell you what my curl pattern was before. Because if you think about what you used to do to your hair, or what your parents used to do to your hair, or whatever when you were younger before you even got a relaxer, like it was a lot of like, I know we use hot combs, just blow drying it out, or always wearing in braids and like poofs and twists and stuff like that. So you never really know. I didn't really know if I had like a curl pattern or anything. I just knew I had a lot of hair. So I've always had pretty much long hair. And when I got my relaxer, the first time I got it done, my cousin did it, and then after that, we used to go to salons. Well, just one salon that I've been going to basically my whole life, and that was they took good care of my hair. They focused mostly on the care of hair instead of like just the styling of it and all that. So I had pretty decently long, healthy, relaxed hair. Yeah, fast forward to like high school, I just still didn't really start taking care of my hair myself. I used to wear a lot of buns, wear it out. I braid out every once in a while, but I really wasn't into that until about college. So fast forward to college. Um, that's when things started happening. Everybody has those points where it's like, yeah, that's where the hair went wrong. So college, freshman year, I'm gonna go year by year because this is where the whole changes in my hair started. Um, Freshman year, I had to do my hair myself. So that was like basically one of the first times I started to use heat. The hair salon I used to go to, they were big on roller sets, so roller sets and blow drying the roots. So when I got to college and I had to get my flat iron, I probably had one before, but I started actually using it when I got to college. It just all went wrong. Like I was using so much heat on my hair because I would wash my hair every week or every other week or every week and a half, and I would straighten it. Freshman year, definitely straighten it basically every time I wash my hair or whatever. It wasn't deep conditioning as often. Um, and it just didn't go well. I remember going back for Christmas break or winter break my freshman year, and my hair just was like, "Girl, what are you doing? Like, what is what is going on?" So I started straightening way too much. It would even be like I washed my hair on a Wednesday and straighten it, and then on Friday I wanted to go out, so I curl it and straighten it more. Like it just got to be too much. She had to cut some off. She had to trim some off after for winter break, and then went back and still was kind of doing the same thing, still basically using heat when I probably shouldn't have. For summer after freshman year, she definitely had to cut a little more off than I wanted. So it was probably about shoulder length, and that's probably like that was short for me at that time. It was short for me. Yeah, so after that, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't be using this much heat because I can't get these crazy trims. Like, because I always have long hair. I need to put my hair up in a bun. It was too much. So sophomore year, I went back and I tried not to use as much heat. I started trying to deep condition more. I probably use heat like once a month is what I would try to do, I think. And then, yeah, just taking care of my hair myself, doing a lot of braid outs, still wearing more buns like I used to. I'm going in and out of focus. So wearing more buns like I used to, and then things like that. So I tried. It wasn't as good, but I tried. So fast forward to junior year, I moved out of the dorm, which helped me take care of my own hair so much better than me being in the dorm. So when I moved out, I ended up buying a dryer. So that helped definitely. If you can invest in a dryer, you have like a space for it. It doesn't even have to be a big one. Mine's is like on a stand, but like if you get just a hooded dryer or a steamer or something, it can definitely help you in styling and like the health of your hair. So makes deep conditioning easier and better. Styling better, because I was doing my own roller sets when I got my dryer and just doing the whole blow dry and the roots thing. I would go over flat iron if I felt like I needed to. Often I didn't need to. And then I do Bantu knots, flexi rod sets, braid outs, twist outs, that type of thing. That was on my relaxed hair. Twist outs probably not so much because it's hard to do twist out on relaxed hair, but yeah, I was still getting touch ups or relaxers. And then that was junior year. So I tried to start taking better care of it. Senior year, I was still doing the same things, but I had my roommate was natural, and one of my friends went natural, and one of my other friends was natural already too. And they were just saying like, Brandon, why don't you just do it? You treat your hair like it's natural anyway with all like the Bantu knots and all this other stuff. A lot of people thought I was natural, and it was in my mind for a little while, but I never really thought about like I can't do that because I don't know what my hair is gonna look like, that type of thing. So senior year, doing the same things of keeping pretty good care of my hair. It grew longer after the whole big trim situation and all that stuff. My last year, before spring break, I went to Miami and I got my last relaxer March 7th, 2014, I want to say. I want to say it was about then. Yeah, I didn't know that was going to be my last relaxer when I got it, but that was like, after a while, probably like a month or something, I was like, I think I'm just going to go on a long stretch. Like, I'm not going to get another touch-up or relaxer, I call them touch-ups, until maybe the end of the summer. But then I was like, if I can last through the end of the summer, I'm just going to try to transition and go natural. And I ended up lasting through the end of the summer. Those few months were fine. Like, it was okay. I would go to like Dominican salon, get it straightened out and all that other stuff that summer if I really felt like it, but I didn't need to because it was summer and it's hot and hair sweating out is kind of pointless. But if I had like an event to go to, then I would do it. By the end of August, I was like, okay, I'm kind of at the point of no return. Well, not exactly. I could have got one if I wanted to, but I decided not to. And then it was probably around October, November where it started to get a little crazy, and I'm just like, I can't do this anymore. So that was last year, and fast forward to February when I finally was like, I really can't do it anymore. I had like this patch in the back that was basically natural because it had broken off, and yeah, it was just like, I'm ready to cut it. So I went to my salon, and it was a big thing there because I've been, like I said, I've been to that same salon all my life, and they just cut the rest off for me. And maybe I'll insert that picture because it looked a little crazy. But yeah, they just cut it off for me, and this is where I'm at now. 2 months of extra growth. So yeah, that was a little hair journey. So I also wanted to mention in this video transitioning tips. Something that probably could have helped me transition longer than I did, because my goal was to do at least a year, and like I said, I was a month shy of a year, but I mean, it worked out for the best. It's a different look for me. Like I said, I never had short hair before, so this I love my natural hair, but it's the length that's the problem for me at the moment. It's weird to deal with. Like, this is my version of a bun. Like, this is what I've been doing lately to my hair, just putting it on top of my head and getting it out of the way. I can't really show how long it is now, I guess. So yeah, that's just looking at like at the moment. But transitioning tips, I wrote them down because yeah, and I'm gonna try not to make this part too long because I don't want this video to be super long. So any other questions, you can leave below. Like I was saying before, the use of heat. Like, try not to do it. Just stay away from it. Honestly, as much as you can, just stay away from the heat. Like I said, you can do the roller sets, flexi rod sets. Try to invest in a dryer and make the biggest difference, because the hooded dryer is not direct heat, so it's not as damaging to your hair as like a flat iron or a curling iron or a curling wand or whatever. So I would just stay away from heat as much as possible. Like I said, my whole life I didn't use heat, and you see the pictures, that it was pretty long. Like, it was healthy, and just heat's just a problem. And even when I did use heat, I can tell the difference, and it was just like, this is crazy. It wasn't for me. Transitioning blow drying could be helpful just to blend the two textures together. I didn't do this a lot, but I did it every now and then, and do it on a cooler setting if you're gonna try to blow dry your hair to blend the two textures together. It could be helpful, but I was just very like, I don't want to use heat because I don't want to mess up my hair before I even get the chance to like kind of enjoy it. That sounds repetitive. You probably heard that from millions of other people, but like, it's true. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Keeping your hair moisturized. So definitely keeping your hair moisturized, because that the difference between the relaxant and that natural, like that line of demarcation, I guess, it can break off easily. Like I said, I had the patch in the back, and I don't know how that happened so quickly. Well, not quickly. It took some time. I probably didn't notice that until like January. Yeah, keep it moisturized, because that difference, it can break off pretty easily, and you don't want dry hair. Like, I really feel like I'm going in and out of focus. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. Bear with me. You don't want dry hair. Like, who wants dry hair? It's gross. It's weird. It's bad. And it just makes the difference. It'll feel better about you having the two different textures if it's moisturized and not dry and brittle. So just keep it moisturized. Deep conditioning, it's a big thing. Be careful. So detangling, transitioning hair is awful. It's like the worst. The worst. So just be careful when doing it. Start from the bottom and go up to the roots. When you get to even if you can like do like hold it where the relaxed hair and the natural hair meets, and kind of do the relaxed part, and then kind of go through the natural part a little bit, and then get to the line. It might make it a little easier, just starting from the ends and going up. You just have to take your time, section it off. Yeah, you just have to take the time to do it. Transitioning hair can take way more time than actual having natural hair does. Like, styling time for transitioning hair and styling time for actual natural hair is just completely different. Like, once I cut it off, I'm like, okay, I can do whatever. But like, then that whole detangling process and having to do the actual Bantu knots, and like the difference, it just gets too crazy, and even your buns don't start looking right. But just be careful with it. Don't put it up. Probably that was another problem I did, putting it up too much in a bun, like too high of a bun. So that's probably why the back broke off a little quicker. So if you're gonna do buns, like, do them lower. Be patient. Your hair won't grow overnight. Even now, I have to tell myself that now, because I want longer hair now. But just be patient with your transitioning hair. It is a work. It's time consuming. And it's just like, it's a lot to deal with. So just be patient and breathe through it. You're going to have some days where you're just going to be like, I need to either relax this or cut this off. And you just have to deal, just have to make it through, fight through it, and stay strong. So be patient, be careful. I also have don't be lazy, because that's probably a reason. These are all tips that I probably could have done to transition longer. So don't be lazy with your hair. Take the time to do it. Like I said, be careful and be patient. But like, if I probably would have did Bantu knots that I'd been doing before on my relaxed hair, like all the time on my transitioning hair, it probably would have made such a difference. Because even when I was detangling and I did Bantu knots, I would just do it section by section of me doing that Bantu knot, detangle that, and then put it up in like Bantu knot, and then take it out the next day. And it just made things so much easier when I took the time to do it. But I got lazy, and I'm just like, I just want to throw my hair up in a bun and call it a day, so I don't have to deal with this mess after I detangle my whole head. But if you can do it like section by section and take the time and don't be lazy and do it, then it makes all of the difference. Trimming, get trims more often than you usually do. When I had relaxed hair, I trim my hair every other relaxer. So I wait about 8 to 10 weeks, basically 10 weeks. So that would probably be like, every 4 to 6 months. I wasn't trimming as much. I didn't need to, especially with me going to the hair salon. But when you're transitioning, you want to do it more often, probably every 2 to 3 months, depending on how long you're going to transition for, just so you don't want to have to deal with all this relaxed ends and all the new growth. It's just to make it easier as it's getting a little shorter, and it just looks better too as you trim it. Figure out styles that work for you. Bantu knots, I even started wearing turbans a lot. The thing is, I had a job where I couldn't wear my turbans at one point. So like the big bun scarves that just tying a scarf around, it just makes life so much easier if you are in a place where you can do that. When I didn't, then I started doing my actual protective styles. Like I got Senegalese twist twice. I suggest the Marley hair probably be a little better. It blends well with your natural hair. The next one is products. You don't have to turn into a product junkie as you're transitioning. It can happen because you want to try all these natural products. The only thing I would say is switching like shampoo. You might not want to use a regular clarifying shampoo as you're transitioning. Also things that you've heard before, sulfate free. That's the only thing you might need to switch. But other than that, you don't have to become a product junkie while you're transitioning. Just wait until after, because then you want to try everything on your new hair. But like, and you should try different things on your new, like when you do big chops or whatever, because certain things don't work as they did for you when you were transitioning or relaxed than they do now. But as you're transitioning, you can still use your products that you were using on your relaxed hair if they work for you. Why not? Because you still have relaxed ends. Especially if you want to transition for a longer period of time, you want to keep your ends a little more. So you have to take care of both kind of sets of hair. You don't have to switch every product you have. Just use the ones that worked for you before, because they'll still work for you as you're transitioning. So if that makes sense. Hopefully that made sense. And my hair looks crazy. There's just a lot going on right now. It's a lot. Whatever. So be prepared for the change. That is also a big tip. You have to be mentally prepared for this. I say I did it at the wrong time because I was going through so many changes, I guess, because I graduated last year and all the looking for jobs and like summer and not being in school and being back home type of thing. And I went to school. That's another big part of me not having to do my own hair, because I went to school away from home. I went to school in Virginia and I'm originally from Boston. I can't believe I didn't mention that, but whatever. But yeah, just be prepared for the change. It's a lot to deal with. It's stressful at times. It's frustrating trying to do your hair, and you have other things going on. You have to make sure you try to look presentable, and it's just like, it can get to be a lot, but you just have to sit down and be like, it's going to be okay. After a few months or weeks or whatever, you'll have better hair, healthier hair. That's your goal, healthier hair. So work towards that and just look towards the future and try to find things that work for you so you don't have to be as stressed. Hopefully that made sense. And hopefully that was helpful. Also, going along with being prepared for the change is have supporters. Have people who are natural around you. Make sure you're doing the research on different things or going on YouTube and watching videos. So I'm shaking. So going on YouTube and watching videos and things like that, or have friends who are natural around you or also transitioning to help you keep on doing it. Because you're going to have times where it's like, man, if I just relax my hair, I'll be fine. If you want to work towards the goal, just have people who support you in doing it. Cause my mom, this is a big change for her. Like, you know, those little kids that have all this hair, and it's like, what if they was like, I'm just going to cut it off one day? And I was like, no, she's still in this whole, like, she just sees my hair being short and just, like, trying to look like a wild child type of thing. It's growing on her now, but she probably wasn't one of the biggest supporter people of this hair situation, because it's just a change. It's a change. But yeah, just having had friends around me who are natural and be like, yeah, you can just do it, or just get the twist, just get the braids, and help you so you can take a break from doing your hair and all that stuff. So if you need a supporter, I'll be your supporter. Just tell me. Just write down in the comments, be like, I'm about to give up. I'm just going to tell you no, don't do it. When you're ready to cut it, do it. Like, I mean, if you can do it yourself, go ahead, and then you can go to salon after maybe, but I would suggest doing it professionally or having a friend who knows how to kind of shape hair a little better. So I went to my salon and I did it, like I said. But if you want that feeling, I get that feeling of like you wanting to cut your hair off, because I was like, man, I should cut mine off too, but you don't have to. You can get somebody I would say get somebody to professionally do it. But when you have that feeling of doing it, just don't think about it anymore. I'm just like, just do it, because it's not a good place to be in when you feel like you can't just deal with your hair anymore, because it gets to be too much, and the difference is just a mess. But yeah, just do it. That's my suggestion. That's my tip. Just do it like Nike. That is basically it. Yeah. If you have any other questions or comments about my hair or anything like that, or things that can help me now since the big chop situation, because I'm only 2 months in, I don't know too much. See me trying to fix it. But yeah, or different styles I can do just to be helpful, or anything you wanted to know about what I did or used or anything like that, just leave a comment below, or all that other stuff. Like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye.